And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Elysees Raceway as we get ready for the 16th race of the season here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Our second road course stop of the season here in France. We get ready for the running of the Trudbol 350. Dylan Poteet sits on the pole. Poteet ended up coming away with a runner-up finish yesterday, just losing out to John Cittadino in the Truck Series race. He'll try and close the deal here today with a Mobil1 Cup Series victory. Starting alongside of him is Sean Galligan in the Aspen Dental Toyota. Both these drivers coming in pretty similar spot in the standings. Sean Galligan comes in 21st in the points, Dylan Poteet 24th in points. Both these drivers with basically the same agenda. Try and get the win today, if not, get a good finish and work their way up towards the top 10 in points. One driver who today with a good run or a possible win could definitely move herself into the top 10 in points. That's Nicole Williams. She comes in 4th in rookie points and 11th in overall points. So a big opportunity for Nicole Williams today to move inside the top 10 in the standings. And alongside of her, John McNamara in the number 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing. John McNamara has been putting together some fairly good runs as of late. Pretty much started after he finished 2nd in the Mobil Open and 2nd in the Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star race. He comes into this race, though, 33rd in points, so he's still got quite a bit more work to do here this season. We may have a battle for the points lead here today. I don't know if we're really going to, though. Guido Savotas, who's actually rolling off from the 6th position today, comes in with a 23-point advantage over 2nd in the standings and rookie points leader Lando Vendetta. Then it's 26 points back to Tryphon Reed, who is 3rd in the points. So, obviously, there's quite a gap there, but we've seen those kind of gaps get cut into. After all, Danny Wells. Remember, he ended up back at Charlotte being able to cut into what was, I believe it was a 32-point advantage that Dylan Poteet had and cut it down to 1 point in one race. So, stranger things have happened here. And this road course, we've seen it yesterday in the Truck Series race. It seems to want to target those drivers who are doing well in points. Our points leader, Sean Galligan, in that series ended up getting involved in an incident and lost the points lead. So, Champs-Elysees may do something to Guido Savotas today. You never know. We'll have to see if he can hold on to that number 9 for 18 laps. Time to get these cars rolling off. They'll complete a couple pace laps. While they do that, we will show you the starting grid for today's event here at Champs-Elysees. It's going to be a wild one. This road course, very complex. I was talking to these drivers before this race. A lot of them saying they don't know what to expect here today. As a matter of fact, quite a few of these drivers today trying out this track for the very first time, as they did not race in the Truck Series event. We'll see how they can adapt during the course of today. As in the Truck Series race, during this portion of the track, we will have to jump to the helicopter view due to the fact that they weren't able to set up any good camera stands to be able to give us the action on this straightaway heading down to the final corner. It's blocked right there by the grandstands, you can see. However, the grandstands, they're packed full as everybody has come out here, even in the hot weather, to see this exciting race and see who's going to be able to pick up the Mobil1 Cup Series win here in race 16. Two seasoned veterans on the front row, Dylan Poteet and Sean Galligan. Two rookies line up in row number 2 in Nicole Williams and John McNamara. Which of those drivers is going to come out on top? We're going to find out in just moments. Here we go, coming down to the line. Flagman is ready. Green flag is waving. We're underway here in the Trudbol 350. Already they're going to start racing hard here in this first quarter. Nicole Williams is going to go 3 wide, putting Dylan Poteet in the middle. Contact between the 22 and 40 as they keep it together. and will battle 3 wide for the top spot. Meanwhile, they're 3 wide behind them as well. Dylan Pote going to get away as quickly as he can. He'll take the lead. Nicole Williams, though, starting to get a run here to try and battle for second place. Rogers and Galligan, they're in a battle for third behind them. As Pote going to slide up through this corner, Nicole Williams going to dive it low. Galligan's going even lower. Almost some contact between Galligan and Williams. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead again. Pote, Williams, Galligan, side by side, 3 wide for the lead. Sean Galligan looks like he'll have the advantage coming down into this next corner as he'll be on that inside line. Let's see if he can make the pass. Pote rim riding there. He's slipping up. He's almost off the track and he's going to lose the lead. He'll lose second and he loses third place now to Jake Rogers as Galligan goes by for the top spot. Well, for how long though? Nicole Williams battles back on the high side into this final corner. Galligan may have the advantage. Almost gets into Nicole Williams, who slides up almost into the wall. And here comes Jake Rogers down the bottom. Good, hard racing here. We're still green as I saw a car on pit road that looked to be Ron Vajara Jr. I don't know why he's on pit road. Unless there's some mechanical problem going on with the 30. That's a tough break for him. Oh, contact again between Dylan Pote and Nicole Williams. And again, they keep it together. That was the exact same spot that both of them made contact back on the first lap. Galligan, though, he's going to get away by about 2 car lengths. Now 3 as the battle is on for second. Pote, Nicole Williams. Here comes Jake Rogers and Waidos Savotas, the points leader, now going to enter into the fray. Good battling going on from second on back. Galligan's got to be loving that as he's being able to enjoy a little bit of a cushion between himself and now second place car Nicole Williams, who though looks like she's back on the warpath trying to run down Sean Galligan for the lead. Nicole Williams ran the Truck Series race. Didn't do all that well, but she does have some experience at this track, and she's showing it off here today. Right up here with some good road course racers in Galligan, Rogers, and Pote. Take a look here coming into this straightaway. See if she can get a run on him into this final corner. Rogers, though, he's trying to clear Pote for third. He'll do it, and now he gets a good enough run. He's going to battle for second with Nicole Williams. What a run he got through that corner. Did Jake Rogers. Wow-wee. Meanwhile, battle on for the lead. Oh boy, they're going to go 3 wide again. Galligan slips off the track. Galligan slipped off the track, and so did the points leader, Waidos Savotas. They both fell off the track. Oh, Tryfon Reed is off the track. But we're still green, I believe. Reed and Savotas, first and third in points. Both slipped off the racetrack, and they're getting bypassed as if they're standing still right now. Oh my, they slipped all the way to the back of the pack. And that was indeed Ron Vajara Jr. who sits idle on pit road. Something must have happened to the 30. And I told you, this track, it targets the drivers who are doing well in points right there in 3 laps. We've had problems with the drivers coming first, third, and 8th in points. Savotas, Reed, and Ron Vajara Jr. Nicole Williams, though, she's doing a good job. Leading right now over Dylan Pote and Jake Rogers. I think Sean Galligan did a pretty good job of recovering. Oh, go, Pote. Got to get off that quarter panel. He nearly turned Nicole Williams off that final turn. Now he'll try looking for the lead down here in the first corner. Gives Nicole Williams a shove. Nicole Williams, can she hang on to it? Oh, just barely. Oh, she's off the track. And Jake Rogers got into Dylan Pote. Nearly turned him around. Good, hard racing up at the front of the field, and still we're green flag racing. How? I'm not certain, but they're doing it. So we concentrating out here on the top 3. Let's look back, see here. Good battle for 4th between Harui Tashimi and Mark Thomas. Oh, Tashimi's going to get the wall. It's going to allow Trent Dunham to close in. That's for 5th place. Sean Galligan 6th, King 7th, McNamara 8th. The rest of the top 10 are Riley Ogle and Eric Burton. Keep in mind, Eric Burton, 2-time winner this season. One of those wins came at the road course of Infineon, so he knows how to get around road courses, and now he's up here inside the top 10. Could he try and go 2 for 2 in road course races here in the Mobil1 Cup Series this season? Meanwhile, Nicole Williams side by side with Jake Rogers. This is for the lead. The advantage is going to go to Nicole Williams down here into this final turn. Pote, wow, he got really loose through that corner. He'll try and get to the inside of Rogers, but I don't think he'll be able to do it. No, he won't. Nicole Williams going to keep the top spot. Rogers second now. And Poteet in third. Good hard racing going on here. How about Mark Thomas? Nice run for him right now. Oh, but he just slipped off the track. So did Harui Toshimi. And they're going to lose some spots now. Are both those race cars, as Galligan is going to move his way back up into the top 5 now, taking 5th place away from Mark Thomas. How about Trent Dunham? Hasn't been to victory lane since Daytona. Currently runs 25th in points. Nice run right now for the driver of the 8. And it'd be really amazing if Trent Dunham could actually win a road course here today. But look at the names we got up here right now in the top 5. Rogers, Poteet, Dunham, Galligan. The only name that doesn't really have that much experience behind it is Nicole Williams, and she's the leader over those 4 drivers. Looks like coming through this corner, Nicole Williams very easily is going to hold the lead. We're going to see if Jake Rogers is going to try and put a bumper to the back of the 40 in order to try and use the bump and run. Oh, I think he almost did. Oh, Poteet gets right up on the back bumper of his car. Oh, there's skid marks there out of the final corner. Is the caution out? It may very well be. Those skid marks were not there before. You may have had an incident coming out of the final quarter. And yes, there's the pace car up ahead. Caution for the first time today here at Champs-Elysees Raceway, and it comes out on lap number 5. We're now on lap number 6. Nicole Williams is the leader. Rogers second. Poteet third. Then it's Dunham, Galligan the top 5. Mark Thomas 6th. James King 7th. Eric Burton 8th. Riley Ogles 9th. And John McNamara is the top 10. So we're going to take a look and see what the caution came out for the first time today here at Champs-Elysees. Let's first see what happened to Ron Vajara Jr. We saw him sitting on pit road for quite a number of laps. And there it was right there. This is when we came down to get the green flag to start this race. You're going to get a shove there from James Qualls. Oh, right there you can see that the car just kind of digs down there into the gravel off this corner. And apparently Ron Vajara Jr. could not get his car out of there. It was stuck. Safety workers actually had to bring the hook over to hook him up and bring him over back to pit road. They did all this under the green flag too, which is rather astonishing. They didn't throw the caution in order to get the equipment over there. And Ron Vajara Jr., a tough break for him there. Didn't even really get to complete one lap before he had to go to pit road. He came in 8th in points and 3rd in rookie points. So that did not bring out a caution, but that was an incident that took place right at the drop of the green flag. Now we'll take a look at what actually brought the caution out for the first time today. Well, here's a look at it. This was a battle between 2 Toyotas, Luke Martin and Austin Ogo. Wow, Chambers took that turn really wide. But there's going to be the contact between the 18 and the 99. It's going to turn Luke Martin around. And you're going to see the 54 of Danny Wells come into view here. And he's just going to run right into the back, I believe. Right there. Of the 99 car. Tough break for Danny. Oh, James Silverfox. I don't know if he really got any damage. The car kind of spun up into the driver's side door of his machine. Justin Williams just narrowly avoided that. My goodness. And then Danny Wells went down, hit the wall, bounced back up, and Charles Jackson nowhere to go. Hard hit. Black smoke begins to erupt from the Clorox Chevy. His day is done. 10th in points is Jackson. Look at Waios Votas. Just barely work his way through. But Luke Martin, Charles Jackson, 9th and 10th coming into this race in points. Danny Wells runs 37th. He was obviously looking for a good run today. But again, Champs-Elysees targeting those drivers who are running well in points. You got to wonder what's going through the minds of other drivers who are running top 10 right now in the standings. It's just putting some doubts in their mind. Certainly would me. Caution's out. Let's go back to green. Here we go. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Top 10s. We go back to green. We basically told it to you when the caution came out. Nicole Williams, Jake Rogers, Dylan Poteet, Trent Dunham, Sean Galligan. That's the top 5. Then it's Mark Thomas, James King, Eric Burton, Riley Ogle, and John McNamara, the top 10. Drivers out after this incident are Charles Jackson. I believe Danny Wells has actually gone back behind the wall as well. I'll have to look into that in just a moment. And Ron Vajara Jr. is on the racetrack, but he is 4 laps down. See if Danny Wells been able to continue as there's dust up ahead there of Wider Sabota. Sean Williams nearly got off the track. Yeah, it looks like Danny Wells may have taken his car back behind the wall. That is indeed the case. Oh, I saw some contact up here, and James Qualls is in the wall, along with Austin Ogo. And Qualls' car has come to a stop, and they're not going to throw the caution for that? James Qualls' car must have hit that outside wall a ton. No power in the 70 as he and Ogo got together. And that did not bring out a yellow flag, amazingly enough. Battle for the lead. Poteet now to the inside of Nicole Williams. And this is a big break for drivers like Trent Dunham and Mark Thomas and Sean Galligan. They were trying to catch up to these guys, but they had a big gap to be able to have to contend with. Now the caution bunches them all back up. And Poteet's going to go to the lead as they all were shoving each other in the back bumpers through that final corner. Here comes Nicole Williams. Let's see if she'll try and give Dylan Poteet the same courtesy he gave her at one point. No, looks like she'll try going underneath him cleanly. Remember, Poteet and Nicole Williams several times today have made contact one way or another. Nicole Williams is going to take the advantage here going down. Right now, you can see the skid marks there. James Qualls must have hit that wall awfully hard, because his car just came to a screeching halt up there against the outside safer barrier. At some point, we're going to have to go back and see a replay of that. I don't know if we're going to have a caution, though. Oh, we almost had one right there. Dylan Poteet just nearly turned the leader, Nicole Williams, down to the inside retaining wall. And if that had happened, I would shudder to think how many drivers would get caught up in that incident, because there's not a lot of room to maneuver back there. That's one thing about this track that is so different from Infineon or Watkins Glen. Those tracks, you don't really have to worry about a wreck because you have lots of room to be able to go around the wreck. At this track, especially at the first half of this track, you've got walls on either side of you, an outside and inside retaining wall that you have to contend with. That makes the maneuvering space to get around a wreck very difficult. Whoa! Nicole Williams got loose off that corner. Little of aerodynamics playing out here. When Dylan Poteet got to that right rear, he just sucked the 40 car around, and Nicole Williams certainly had her hands full in that turn. But a great save right there, keeping that car in one piece, keeping it straight. And Nicole Williams continues to hold off the advances of Dylan Poteet. Jake Rogers, Sean Galligan, Trent Dunham just waiting for the opportunity. We were talking about Eric Burton, and I don't even know where he's gone now. He was a two-time winner this season. How about this two-time winner? Kyle Sosnowski. He's now worked his way up into the 11th position, now looking for 10th place off of last week's winner from Dover, Chris Kyle. There's another road course ace, Joseph Bryant. He's now coming up here to the front, currently listed in 10th, but I believe he's actually 9th place on the racetrack now. He's obviously looking for a good run, 29th in points. Let's take the opportunity now as they're coming through the final corner. Let's take the opportunity to find out where those drivers that had some hard luck at the beginning of this race are currently running. How about the points leader, Wido Savotas? Where is he currently? See if he's been able to make any kind of recovery to the front. No, he's all the way back, still in 36th place. I believe that's the furthest back you can get and still be on the lead lap. Is that the case? Yes, it is. Looks like Luke Martin has gone back to the garage area now. Austin Ogo and James Qualls. There's contact. There's a wreck. Oh, Justin Williams, Lyndon Wright. Did they save it again? James McLeod, Cole Daly all got pieces of that. And again, they saved it. And no caution waves. McLeod, Daly, Justin Williams, Lyndon Wright, James Silverfox. There's something going on further up here. Thought I saw them getting together again. My word. How they keep something like that together, I don't know. We've already had several incidents take place here, but no caution flag has been thrown. Got a good battle going on here for third place between Rogers, Dunham, Galligan, and James King as they're going to go side by side for the lead again. Drag race. Nicole Williams by a splitter will lead that lap. And we got 7 laps to go Oh, Nicole Williams had to bail out of the throttle a little bit there. Poteet gonna dive it down. Let's see if he'll have the advantage here. Trent Dunham, Jake Rogers side by side for 4th place, or that's actually for 3rd, I'm sorry. And Nicole Williams again finds the place to be able to take the lead back from Dylan Poteet. Dunham now to 3rd, Rogers 4th, and Galligan just kind of biding his time, riding around in the 5th position. Those 5 with a breakaway. Then it's a long ways back here to a battle between Mark Thomas, Riley Ogle, Joseph Bryant. Something must have happened to James King. He's losing some spots now. I wonder if he went off the track there back in the 1st corner. Whatever it was, he's lost several positions, losing one now to John McNamara. He slid all the way back now to 9th place. As, oh, we got a good battle for the lead now. Dylan Poteet down to the bottom. Trent Dunham trying to make it in the middle. Nicole Williams on the high side. Oh, this is going to be close off this corner. Dunham going to shove Poteet. Here comes Dunham for the lead. Oh, just like that. Can he clear him? Can he clear Poteet? For the first time today, Dunham tries to lead. He led that lap. He's going to try and clear Dylan Poteet. Poteet's got the advantage, though. There's a car that's coming off pit road. That may be the pace car. I think the caution's out. No, it was Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright just came off pit road. We saw him get involved in that incident there just a little while ago. Lyndon Wright, 4th in points. Yet another driver in the top 10 in standings that's having hard luck here today. And now the leaders are going to start catching up to him. Will he be a factor here with 6 laps to go? Poteet, Dunham, Nicole Williams now battling for 3rd. All of a sudden, she's got her hands full after she's led a majority of this race. Coming up on Lyndon Wright. Almost some contact there between Dylan Poteet and Lyndon Wright. And Dunham's going to try and dive low. Can't do it. Poteet going to get by Lyndon Wright. Nicole Williams now gets held up behind the 55. Looks like she's going to be able to clear Lyndon Wright, though. She'll keep 5th place. And it looks like the pack's not going to catch up to her just yet, as the top 5 continue to show the way. Then it's the lap car now of Lyndon Wright, then back in 6th place. Those drivers going to be catching Lyndon Wright awfully soon. But it's Poteet, Dunham, Galligan, Rogers, and Nicole Williams at the line that time. Dunham's looking at the bottom again. Can he get there? Oh, there's another car up ahead. Is that the pace car this time? I can't tell. No, it's another race car they're going to have to contend with. And this time it's Cole Daly, as Dunham takes the lead. Dunham has cleared Dylan Poteet now. He's the new leader. Poteet now back in 2nd. 3rd place Rogers. 4th place Nicole Williams. Sean Galligan 5th. Then you got Bryant, Riley Ogle, Mark Thomas, John McNamara, and James King. That's the top 10. As the top 10 have cleared that lap car of Lyndon Wright. But we got that other slower car up ahead now. That's Cole Daly. Will they catch him before this race is over? Speaking of race over, I don't think the race for the lead is over still. Dylan Poteet ready to dive it back down to the bottom of the racetrack in this corner underneath of Trent Dunham. Will he get it to stick? Oh, not quite this time, but he is there within striking distance. He may try and utilize the bump and run coming here into the final corner, as they are slowly but surely closing up that gap between themselves and Cole Daly. Here's Poteet looking low. Here comes Nicole Williams. What a run she got through that corner. Look 3 wide, couldn't do it. Dunham going to keep the lead again. Good, hard racing here for the lead. And we've only got 4 laps to go. Dunham, Poteet, Nicole Williams, Jake Rogers, Sean Galligan. I think they're going to be the guys that decide it, but all of a sudden, look at the drivers. Joseph Bryant, Riley Ogle, John McNamara. They're starting to catch up now, as they're going to clear Cole Daly, or at least Trent Dunham is. Poteet's getting held up behind Cole Daly now. That's going to allow Trent Dunham to open up an advantage. Oh, Nicole Williams just slapped the wall. There goes Rogers around. Jake Rogers, Nicole Williams, who've been inside the top 5 all day. They both spin. Caution will come out. Oh my goodness. Jake Rogers, and there's Nicole Williams just behind him. They're involved for our second caution of the day, and this may end it. I don't know. Trent Dunham, the leader. Battle now for 2nd between Galligan and Dylan Poteet. And just like that, we got new players in the top 5. Joseph Bryant 4th, and John McNamara is now 5th. But there goes McNamara! He just got turned by Cole Daly and Riley Ogle. Oh, a big pile up. Jeffrey Finguy is in it. Oh no! my goodness. Chris Kyle, last week's winner on pit road. And the leader was Trent Dunham at the line, but what an amazing turn of events. And it happened just like that in the blink of an eye. Two drivers ran inside of the top 5 all day involved in a wreck. A few drivers inside the top 10 all day involved in a wreck. And it happens with 3 laps to go. Dunham leads. We'll head back and take a look at a replay. I'm thinking, I don't know, but we may have a 1-lap shootout to decide today's race here at Champs-Elysees. Well, this was certainly nothing that anybody expected. They were both held up behind Cole Daly, were rookie Nicole Williams and Jake Rogers, 2 drivers who had been out front, up in the top 5 all day. Nicole Williams, I believe, led the most laps today. And there you see it. Nicole Williams just slipped into the wall. Rogers slides up into Nicole Williams, and the two of them going to go around. Drivers who had been in the top 5 this entire race, just like that, get taken out of the equation. Fortunately, they were able to keep it up on the high side of the racetrack. I was just going to say nobody else hit him. Ralph Mason right there in the 09 did get a piece of Nicole Williams. That is such a tough break for both of those drivers. Kyle Sosnowski nearly sideswiping Jake Rogers there. It's a wonder more drivers did not get involved in that incident. But now we got to jump up here. This was certainly another thing I wasn't expecting. Cole Daly, take a look here. I think we're going to have to look from the helicopter view, because they do go behind the grandstands here. Let's take a look. Coming off this corner, Riley Ogle, he's just going to hook the 2 around. And watch right here. John McNamara just minding his own business. Had been in the top 10 all day. He's going to get spun around there after Cole Daly gets turned out into his race car. Daly pounds the wall. That was a hard hit for him and McNamara. Look at James King just barely squeaked by. And then these 3 drivers come right back up onto the racing surface. There's nowhere for our Dover winner, Chris Kyle, to go. Richard Johnson, he knew which line to take. He just punched the throttle and drove it through. And there's Jeffrey Finguy. What a tough break for him, too. And Cole Daly flips upside down and onto his roof at a road course. Yes, you heard right. I don't know how they managed to do it at road courses of all places, but they did. And right there were 2 Joe Gibbs racing drivers involved. I think Jeffrey Finguy was running somewhere inside the top 20. Of course, we know John McNamara was running inside the top 10. Just a heartbreaking turn of events for quite a few drivers there. As the caution waits for the second time today, let's see if we're going to get back to green flag racing for a 1-lap shootout. Well, I thought this race actually was going to end under green. I thought they may get us back to at least a 1-lap shootout to decide this race, but the white flag's being displayed and the lights are still on top of the pace car, and probably, I guess you could say probably the driver that would be least expected out of the drivers who are up inside the top 5 all day to win this race is going to get it done. Trent Dunham is going to win the road course race here today at Champs-Elysees. That's his 2nd win of the season. Trent Dunham, who knows, our Season 3 Mobil1 Cup Series champ may be looking into being a 2-time Mobil1 Cup Series champion, as he may be looking to try and capture a wild card spot here this season to make the chase. This now ties him this season with Eric Burton and Kyle Sosnowski, 2 wins apiece in Season 5 in the Mobil1 Cup Series. And Trent Dunham, the Sega Chevrolet, is going to go to victory lane here today, provided he can make it around the rest of this racetrack without any mechanical problems. Take a look here at where the rest of the drivers will probably finish today's event under caution. Sean Galligan, certainly a far cry from the poor finish he had in the Truck Series event. Nice runner-up spot for him today. The pole sitter Dylan Pote was in it all day long. Again, though, not able to close the deal. He'll get 3rd place, though. 4th place, Joseph Bryan. I believe that's his best finish of the year. This is only top 5, as I recollect. And Mark Thomas, nice run for him. Thomas comes into this race currently in 20th in points, so a nice top 5 run for him, our winner at Kansas. James King, nice run for him as well there in 3. James King, it's really just things have been falling off that Express lately, as he's just not been getting the runs he needs, but Today, he comes in 23rd in points. He'll leave with a nice top 10 finish. How about Richard Johnson? Remember we saw him get through that incident there on that straightaway? Well, it panned out in his favor. He'll get 7th to finish off today's race. Felix Graves, 7th in points. Another top 10 run for the Reynolds hefty Toyota Camry. He'll get a top 10 in 8th. Kyle Sosnowski, very nice run for him. He may move back into the top 10 points. He came in 13th today in points. He gets 9th. And Harui Tashimi, a nice top 10 run for her today in the 10th position. Nice recovery, too, because I remember seeing her actually slip off the racetrack at one point during this event. 11th place for the driver who comes in dead last at points, Dylan Young, so a nice run for him. Let's take a look at some of the drivers who actually come in running well in points that we haven't talked about today. One of them is back right behind Dylan Young to finish the day in 12th, Jordan Davis. He's 5th in the standings. Let's look further back here, try and find somebody else. Well, there's Jake Rogers. After his incident with Nicole Williams, he's going to finish 16th, it looks like. There's the points leader, Wires Votas. It's actually a relatively good finish for him in 19th place. Tryfon Reed right behind him. He'll get 20th. Eric Burton going to get 21st. Lando Vendetta, 23rd. Ron Vajar Jr. obviously finishes lap down in 36th. Nicole Williams going to finish 24th. And looks like, we got Sean Henley and Riley Ogle on pit road. Don't know what the incident was that happened between those two. But the caution flag and the checker flag were waved at the same time over the hood of one Trent Dunham. He has won here today at Champs-Elysees. What an amazing victory there for the driver of the Sega Chevy Camaro. His 2nd win of the season. This is going to move him up in points, no doubt, and put him into the running as well for a possible wild card spot when the chase rolls around. Trent Dunham picks up his 2nd win of the season here today. What an amazing road course event this was. The points, no doubt about it, are going to be shuffled up as several drivers running well in the standings, inside the top 10 in standings, were targeted here today. We'll take a look and see what the end result's going to be in just a moment. Thank you all for watching this race. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become a part of the crew today, and we will see you guys next time to finish off this race weekend with the Snickers Cup Series race before we pack it all up and head back to Daytona for the 2nd time this season. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. Here comes your official results, rookie and overall point standings. I'm out.
Good.